tonight as the next week of the pro football season gets underway with the game tonight. We're up to week 11 already. And my guest on the Miller Lite Jersey Central Newsmaker hotline to share some of his picks for this week in the WCTC Pro Football Pick'em Challenge, General Manager Ray Catena, Mercedes-Benz of Edison. Doug Wells back with us this morning. Good morning, Doug. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good. How about yourself?
Doing good, my man. Thank you so much. We'll get to our picks here in a second, but we got some bad weather coming our way, Doug. And what's a great car? What's the best car when it comes to driving around when you got some snow coming down? We got to get ready for winter driving already here in New Jersey. So what kind of car would you suggest people look into?
Well, the nice thing about our Mercedes-Benz line is we have an incredible amount of sedans, from the CLA sedan, the C-Class, the E-Class, and the S-Class. All all-wheel drive, all very, very good in the snow. Just incredible amount of safety features, just super dependable. And then our SUV line, you've got the GLA, the GLC, the GLE, and the GLS, plus the G-Wagon. And, they're all pretty much unstoppable. And the nicest thing is when you're driving in a bad snowstorm, you just want to feel secure, and that's one of those things all those cars are going to give you.
Beautiful. And I think when I was at your dealership, it was the GLS, I think, that caught my eye. I said, man, that is one good-looking car right there. But we hope everybody drives nice and safe this afternoon. And when you get a chance, get on over there to see Doug and talk to him and his guys and just see the incredible choice of vehicles that they have there at Ray Catena, Mercedes-Benz in Edison. All right, Doug, for our picks this week, I went very heavy for some reason. Home teams. I picked a lot of home teams to win games this week, starting with tonight, which is a good Thursday night matchup. Green Bay at Seattle. Something tells me that Seattle team, I know they lost to the Chargers at home, and they played the Rams tough. They lost both games. Back home tonight, I see a very close, maybe a one-score game. I think Seattle comes away with a win. Who do you like to open up Week 11?
I chose Seattle also because I think the teams are pretty close together, but Seattle, I mean, if they were playing in Green Bay, I would have chose Green Bay. But going into Seattle is a tough place to go and beat the Seahawks.
Yeah, and I think Seattle playing at home is the difference here. Picks across the country, it's 51-49 Green Bay. So I think this game is one that people think can kind of go either way. But both Doug and I have Seattle to open up Week 11 tonight. Some of the interesting matchups on Sunday. Cincinnati at Baltimore. I don't know about this Cincinnati team. For a while there, Doug, I thought they were going to be maybe a wild card team and would find a way to get into the postseason. I don't know. You can just never just kind of hang your hat on them for some reason. They're going into Baltimore. Boy, the Ravens could really use a win, too. I have Cincinnati kind of sneaking out a late win, maybe a late field goal or a late touchdown to beat the Ravens in Baltimore. Who do you like in that matchup?
Well, I took the home team. You had to choose the cat team on that one.
Of course, that too.
I chose them because Baltimore at home and their defense is. If the defense plays to what they can play to, I think they will handle Cincinnati without any issues.
Okay. The other road team that I took this week is another 1:00 game with Houston, who has been playing great. You remember they lost to the Giants to go to 0-3. They have now won 6 games in a row. They're playing very well. They're playing in Washington, and I don't know. I'm not sold on the Redskins yet. I know they're 6-3. I'm not ready to jump on their bandwagon yet. I think Dallas is going to chase them down right to the end of the season there. I'm not sold on Washington because it seems to me, Doug, week to week, you don't know what kind of team you're going to get with the Redskins. So I like the Houston Texans to stay hot and make it 7 in a row, and that's the second and only road team that I picked this week. How about you?
I went with Washington because they're playing at home.
Mm-hmm.
I do like Houston, and I like the way they've been playing, and the team has just been, unstoppable, and especially when they were playing out in London.
Yeah.
But I just got a gut feeling that Washington's going to step it up at home.
Okay. Some other games coming up this week. I have the Atlanta Falcons at home beating the Dallas Cowboys. Like I said, I went just about home teams across the board. I even took the Giants this week, Doug. They looked pulled out that last-minute victory as expertly predicted by you, I must say, to beat the 49ers earlier this week. Tampa Bay is having all kinds of trouble. They got some real quarterback issues. Listen, if you're playing Ryan Fitzpatrick, you got problems, and I can say that as a Jets fan. But I like the Giants to beat the Buccaneers at MetLife on Sunday. You like the Giants too?
I do have the Giants at home, and I think that they'll handle Tampa Bay with a little bit of strength.
Yeah, I think so. That should be a good game. Pittsburgh at Jacksonville. I want to pick Pittsburgh, Doug. You know I got to take the Cat teams, though. This is a road team. Do you have the Steelers going to Jacksonville and beating them?
I have the Steelers.
Okay, that'll separate us a little bit. Chargers.
Chargers and
yep, Chargers are home for Denver. That's a 4:00 game on Sunday. I have the Chargers. No sweat with the Broncos. You too?
I do also.
Dreadful game at 4:00 has Oakland visiting Arizona. It's going to be who can make the fewer mistakes will probably win this one. I just took Arizona because they're at home. The Raiders are just dreadful. But Cardinals over the Raiders, you agree with that one?
I did agree with that one. Who did you take for the Cat teams against each other? Carolina?
Oh, I was hoping that you wouldn't notice that one. But I wanted to take Carolina. Oh, no, we got to take the Lions. I said they are going to get crushed. No, let's take the Lions. So it's going to take a monumental upset. The Lions they're thinking about having to play on Thanksgiving already, Doug. We see this every year.
Just so you know, I took Carolina.
Okay, all right. I would not want to play for the Detroit Lions for that one reason, that every Thanksgiving I'm never going to be home, but I guess that's part of the deal. The best 4:00 game has Philadelphia visiting the Saints. I think New Orleans is on a roll, and boy, they are making the LA Rams very, very nervous because now not only do they have the same record, one team's 9-1, one team's 8-1. If the Rams and Saints have to play in the playoffs, that game is in New Orleans because they hold the tiebreaker. I like the Saints to stay hot against the Eagles. How about you?
I took the Saints also, especially at home. When you get them in the dome and there's no weather in the mix, they're a tough team.
Yeah, and just imagine they had Des Bryant for a day. Des Bryant got hurt the first practice, hurt himself. He's out for the year. Could you imagine if they had a healthy Des Bryant? What a weapon that would be for Drew Brees.
Oh my God.
But I think they're doing just okay without him. I think too, though. You know,
Drew's a winner. He always finds a way to win.
Yep, and they always said the knock on him was like, well, you're too short. How do you see over the lineman? You can't play quarterback. Boy, did he fool a lot of people. But that's a Hall of Fame career right there. And who knows, maybe another championship by the time we get to February. Sunday night game has the Vikings visiting the Bears. That's a big NFC North game. I'm impressed with the Bears, Doug. I didn't think I was going to like the Bears that much this year. They've won some games. Boy, if they could have found a way to beat Green Bay in Week 1, they'd be at 7-2 right now. But having a great season, 6-3. I have them beating the Vikings on Sunday night. You too?
I took Chicago also.
Okay, and the best game of the week, and we've been waiting a long time for this one, a game that was originally supposed to be played in Mexico, but because of the poor field conditions there, the game has been moved back to Los Angeles. 9-1 Kansas City at 9-1 Los Angeles. Some people are saying this could be a preview of February when we get to Super Bowl. I like the Rams at home. They played a great game against Seattle, but I don't know. This quarterback for Kansas City has a way of just finding a way to win. Very, very close, high-scoring game. I like the Rams because they're at home. What's your pick in that one?
I did choose the Rams also. I like the Rams at home. I think the Rams have a little better defense in Kansas City.
Yep. That's going to be a good game nevertheless. But get your picks in. You have until about 5 minutes before kickoff of each game. So get that done today so you can get in the running for the game that's going to be played tonight. Of course, weekly winners will get a prize. Our overall grand prize winner is going to score a beautiful remote control car, courtesy of Doug at Catena Mercedes-Benz of Edison, and also a dinner courtesy of Doug or myself. At this point, it's me. I'm 6 games behind, and it's going to take a miracle for me to get back in this thing. But get your picks in. It's free. We have so much fun playing each week, and we'll see how it goes this week. Doug Wells, Catena Mercedes-Benz of Edison. Drive safely this afternoon, my friend. Have a good weekend. We'll talk again next Tuesday, all right?
You got it. Thank you.